Hi, Kevin from the Awareness website, and we've got this week's video of Awareness Tai Chi. We're going to be working on the second set of wave hands, and this is 7 steps in this one. So hang in there, we'll be right back. Okay, so this set of wave hands, so this is move number 73 followed by move 74, which is whip to one side again. So just like the other wave hands, this wave hands, or wave hands like clouds, starts and ends with a whip to one side. So we're going to go over how to get into the wave hands and how to get into the whip to one side at the end of it. The first set of wave hands was done 5 times, and this set of wave hands is done 7 times. So pretty much all the same. So you can review those. There'll be some things probably I talk about there that will help you out, but also too we're going to try and add a little bit more detail in this one. So pay attention to the foundations in this one, because this one has this foundation, it has this foundation, it has this foundation, it has this foundation, and it has this foundation, and it has this foundation. So see if you can figure out where they all fit in, but of course I'm going to tell you anyway. So okay, now I've got, again, short studio space, so I'm not going to do the full 7 wave hands, but we'll do 3 or 4 just so you can follow along with them when we get to that point. But again, the wave hands starts and ends with a whip to one side. So you step out, you turn square forward, load into the front leg, both arms express out. Then you push from the left leg, drop the right elbow, fingertips come up, turn the wrist, and pivot on the heel, turning to the right and expressing out with the right hand. And the left hand follows along with it. So again, you push from the left leg. So the leg is what starts it. Drop the right elbow, the fingertips come up, the hand opens, turn the wrist. The left arm just turns and sweeps as the body turns. And you end up with both arms out to the right. Now if I do it facing this way, you'll see the angle. So from the Toyu step of whip to one side, I push from the left leg, drop the right elbow, turn. Now notice I'm not in a straight line like this. I'm out a little bit forward, which is exactly like this exercise. So you don't want the arms in a straight line like this, slightly forward of the body. So when the right hand comes through, it turns, then expresses out just slightly ahead of the body line. So the weight goes from the left leg, drop the elbow, turn the hand, and then relaxes into the right leg. So then you can push out of the right leg, the left hand comes up, and you turn to the left. And it's the same thing. So the arm line is slightly ahead of the body line. You don't want it going straight out. And you can, but it kind of can overturn you a little bit. So you have to be careful of that. Getting the arm open and across here is the important part. So here's this foundation. Here's this foundation. So this arm is out. So when you push from the right leg, the arms switch. The right goes down, the left comes up, turn the wrist, and both arms come through. There's this foundation. Both arms come through, and your weight relaxes into the left leg. Now, here comes the Danyu part. When you step in, your feet is parallel. come up. So here's the equal and opposite with the arms. Here's the turning of the body, the arm extension, and then dawn you down. Step out, dawn you up, dawn you down. So you're combining all the foundations in this one move as you step across. Now, as you're stepping, you're trying to keep the feet in line. So from the toyu of the whip to one side, you come through, the left foot turns in. When you turn to the left, the right foot steps in, and your feet will be parallel. So you don't want to be stepping back here or stepping over here. You want the feet to be parallel, and then as you go with your wave hands, you step out so the feet keep walking in a parallel line. Now sometimes, and way back when you're working in a crowded room, you got lots of people and it's a small kind of room, when you get to the wave hands, and especially the set of 7, you're going to be up close to the wall. And so what ends up having to happen is you step back. So this was introduced as an option if you're getting cramped for room, that you can step back and move yourself away from the edge of the room. It's not a part of the wave hands, it was just something that was added in, and Mr. Moy had said, try not to do it, but if you do, we're going to step back with the right leg. So, when you turn here, now if you're right against the wall, you might want to step back on the first one, turn, and then get your feet going parallel again. If you're not against the wall, don't do it. So, left foot pivots in. You can step in, feet are parallel. And if you find you're going to need room, you step out, turn, and then step back. Turn, dawn you into that leg, and then get your feet going parallel again. So that is just a obstacle avoidance technique, not actually part of the wave hands. So, when you're stepping and turning, something you want to pay attention to is where the balance is. So here I turn my weights in the right leg, I push from the right leg, turn, relax into the left leg. As I step, I want to keep my weight relaxed into the left leg, step in, push up, and then as I come across the middle, then my weight transfers into the right leg. I balance into the right leg and step out. Notice I don't shift my body as I step. You want to keep the weight balanced so that you can operate it much like a toyu. So here, I relax down, I don't pop out of it, I move the foot over and then push from the leg, come up, and in the middle, you should be balanced on the feet, the hands even with the shoulders. Then you keep turning and sit down into the right leg. Keep the balance, don't shift the weight, then I can push from the right leg, I come up, and the same, 50-50, in the middle, arms are in front of the body. And then I continue to turn and sit down into the left. Quite often what happens is this sort of thing. The body is swaying back and forth and you're falling into the step. So try and keep it balanced. When you do this exercise, this foundation, if you were to stop in the middle, your arms are equal with the shoulders, and then as you continue, the bottom hand goes around behind. And because you're turning to 45, and if these arms stay even with the shoulders, the lead arm is lined up in the center. So this is very much the same. It's even with the shoulder here, and then as the body turns, it just expresses out to the 45. And that's why you don't want the arm swinging out. So they come across, the arms are opened in the middle, even with the shoulders. And as I continue to turn and sit into the leg, it expresses out. But I'm still in that toyu, arms in front of the body kind of position. You can open it up a little bit more if you have the flexibility, but don't twist. Don't twist the body doing it. Keep the weight relaxed into the leg and just let the arms out. Don't overdo it. Especially with the bottom hand. Don't swing that hand in so it's even with the other one. It's going to be down lower so that when you stand up, equal and opposite. And then turn. And you sweep across, get the balance, step, push from the leg, turn. Get the balance, relax, step in, push up. Sit down. Push up. Sit down. So pretty straightforward, but all the foundations are in there. So work on that. Try and play around with the foundations. Now getting out of the wave hands, going into the whip to one side. On the last one, so the first one starts from the first turn to the left. That's 1. And then 2. So every time you turn to the left is a count for the wave hands. You get to the last one. You relax down. This time you step in at 45. This is setting up your whip to one side. Shift the weight, place the toe, and the arms come up to the side. Relax back down, step, and whip out. So again, the last one, step in at 45, shift the weight, place the toe, push up, arm goes out. Try not to lift the shoulder when the arm goes out. Keep the shoulder down, elbow down. Sit, step, push. Again, turn the wrist, both arms expressing. We have a tendency to leave that right arm back and focus on pushing here, so you end up kind of twisting and leaning. So you need to get squared forward with the whip out to the side and expressing equally with the left hand. They both express. And that's what gets the hip squared, keeps the spine stretching out straight. Okay, so when you step in with the 45, try and get it so your feet are coming across parallel. When you step in with the 45, that foot is going to step in still in that parallel position, and then you're going to shift, and then you just move this toe over and push up. Try and get the toe in contact before you stand up. Quite often there's sort of this pop, and then it's just sort of throwing the arm out. There's no connection with the leg push. So you want to try and get the legs doing the work, and the body is just expressing from that leg push. So you got to keep in the sit. So you're sitting here, step in at 45, and then shift and place the toe and push up. Try not to pop out of it. And it's the same when you're doing the wave hands and stepping in. Try not to pop out of it, because now all I'm doing is just throwing my arms around. I want to connect the body. So get the sit here, step in, push up. And then the arms are connected with the push, the turn, the sit here, and this is an expression. This is balanced. Same going this way, is this push from this leg is balanced with the arm going out. And the other one comes across. So when you push from the leg, they can switch and balance out. So boom, this is together. Lots of detail. Make sure you rewind and check all that over lots of times. Okay, so let's do our follow through. And so we'll do it. I'll be facing this direction. You can follow along with me. And should be pretty good. We should be able to just do it from the one angle. So I think we're only going to do 4 wave hands and then the whip to one side. So we'll start over here. So whip to one side. So you're balanced into the left leg. Push from the left leg, drop the right elbow. Turn the wrist, turn to the right. Push from the right leg, the arms switch. Left arm goes out. Sit into the left. Step in parallel, push up. Turn, sit down, step out. Push from the right leg, sit into the left leg. That's 2. Step in, push up, sit down. Push up, sit down. That's 3. Push up, sit down. Keep the balance, put the foot out, and push from the leg. This is 4. So step in at 45 degrees. Shift the weight to the right leg. Place the left toe, push up. Sit down, step. Both arms express. Make sure that right arm is going out and coming forward somewhat. Not too much. It's going out to the side and roughly in line with that front foot. Okay, so let's try that again. Whip one side. Push from the left, pivot on the heel, turn the wrist, palm pushes out. Push from the right leg, relax into the left, step in, push up, turn, sit down, step. Push up, turn and sit down, step in, push up, sit down, step out. Same, just gently turning back and forth, loading the leg, push out of the leg, load the leg, do one more, push up, relax, step. Now this one we're going to do whip to one side, step in at 45, shift to the right leg, put the toe in place, push up. Sit down, step out, push out. So one more time. From the whip, push from the left, turn, palm out. Push from the right leg, sit into the left. Step in, push up, sit down, keep your balance, step out. Try and feel the connection between the leg pushing you up, sitting down, and stretching out that leg, balance with the extended arm. Same on this side. Push up, turn, just dawn use. So one more. Okay, we're going to do whip to one side. Step in at 45. Shift to the right leg, place the toe, push up. Sit down, step out, push out. All right, lots to work on, lots to play with. Have fun with it. The next video is going to be a little different, so watch out for it. It's not going to be a move particularly, but it's going to be preparation for the next move. So hang in there. I almost spilled the beans. Yeah, hang in there. Take care. check out the Facebook, or like us on Facebook, check out the website, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Send us your emails. Talk to you later. Bye.